wherever you are listening or watching Radio Afinju. The time is 9 a.m.
Ẹ bá mi pè o, kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Rédíò Àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ Àfínjú. Lórí WhatsApp Àfínjú, Instagram Àfínjú, Facebook Àfínjú, lórí X Àfínjú, lórí YouTube Àfínjú, lórí TikTok Àfínjú, kí lorúkọ rẹ̀? Àfínjú, ẹ bá mi pè o. Àfínjú, rédíò Àfínjú, gbogbo èèyàn ló ń gbọ́ 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 Àfínjú, rédíò Àfínjú, rédíò Àfínjú, rédíò Àfínjú.
Life no get duplicate.
Na so ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Make you take am easy.
Na so o.
Radio Afinju says if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Make you take am easy.
Na so o.
This awareness is brought to you by Radio Afinju.
Hey there, Super Kids! Are you ready for a ride of fun and learning? Get ready to blast up on Kids Arena with Auntie Pearl and crew on Radio Afinju every Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. Listen to stories that will tickle your bones, games that will blow your mind, and music that will make you dance like no one's watching. There's also lots of surprises and gifts to be won. So gather your friends, turn up the volume, let's have fun and make awesome memories together with Auntie Pearl and crew on Radio Afinju. Hello, Super Kids. It's another beautiful Saturday again here at Radio Afinju. And you know, once it's 9 a.m., it is Kids Arena time. And it's a beautiful day to be here on Kids Arena here on Radio Afinju. You know how we do it here. We're always learning, having fun, because we play a lot of games on the show also, and we learn new things every day. You see that today we are out here. We are not in the studio today. Yes, we are here at Shirley Party. It is a beautiful day because yes, the ambience, the environment, it is a nice one, and you should be here. So tell a friend to tell a friend that Kids Arena is on here on Radio Afinju. My name doesn't change. I am still your host, Tolulope Awoyale. You can also call me Tiana, but my girls call me Auntie T. And yeah, I have one of them with me right here. Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, Auntie T.
Thank you.
It's actually a beautiful Saturday to be lively, to be on air, and to be back at Kiddies Arena. It's been like weeks.
Yes, we've missed you. I missed you actually.
Auntie T was there with you. I was not here. We were not here with you.
Yeah.
But we missed you, and this morning I am back on Kiddies Arena. Ewa is not here due to one or two reasons. But don't worry, we're going to cover her for Ewa. And it's a beautiful Saturday to be alive, like she already said. And you're welcome to Kiddies Arena. Like I used to say, tell a friend to tell another friend.
Yeah.
You're going to learn to feel alive. We're still going to play fun games today. My name is Sophia at Abidemi as
Yes, and you know how we do it. We do a lot of segments. We have about 4 segments. The first segment is the storytelling segment, where we tell you beautiful stories, and we also have moral lessons from those stories. Then the second segment is the grammar segment, where we learn about English language, how to construct our sentences very well, how to put our statements right, and to know more about English language. Then the third segment is also the current affairs. Sometimes we go back in time, we learn about history of the world, we learn about people, we learn about places and different beautiful things. And then the fourth segment is word of the day. That is the word you can use in your daily sentences or when you're talking with your friends, for them to know that, wow, you actually understand what you're saying. So those are words in the dictionaries that you should also know about, that you might not have come across it before, but this will be your first time. You will also learn the meaning and how you can use it in your sentence, also the similarities and also opposites in meaning of that word. You can see that we have a lot of beautiful things on Kids Arena for you that you should not miss out. And if you're here to follow us on our social media platforms, kindly go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, all at Radio Afinju. You can also listen to us on our website, that's www.afinjufm.com. We are the only station with an impeccable dimension to broadcasting. So now, without wasting much of our time, we're going straight into the first segment.
Auntie wants to cheat me. She not allow me to introduce my segments.
I'll do it for you now.
I want to do it for myself. Yes. Ewa is not here today. She would be taking the story telling segments on behalf of Ewa. I'll be taking the grammar segments as well. We dive into English language properly. We learn new things. What are the things we need to know to structure our language? What are the things we know to be able to speak well, to write well? We look like orders of speech, figures of speech, and some other basic things we feel like, oh, I don't need this. But on Kiddies Arena, I'll tell you that you need this and we're going to learn together. Another current affairs segment, we learn a lot of things before our bed, what is happening currently, and what might even happen in the future. This is what we'll do. Our current affairs, sometimes we go outside Nigeria to even learn about other people. So stay tuned, tell a friend to tell another friend, get your book, get your paper, because it's about to go down on Kiddies Arena.
All right. So now we are going into the storytelling segment. So grab your popcorn and your drink and relax so you can listen to this story. So the title of my story this morning is Amina and the Empty Stage. Amina and the Empty Stage. Amina lived in a bustling city where everyone was expected to have a plan. From a young age, her classmates dreamed of being lawyers, doctors, or engineers. They carried notebooks full of schedules, goals, and deadlines. But Amina, she declined. She always danced. She danced in her room, danced on the street, danced when she was supposed to be solving equations. You're wasting time, teachers told Amina. You won't go far with your dancing. Her friends drifted away. Her parents grew quiet. Still, Amina kept dancing. She didn't do it for the applause. She didn't chase fame. She just danced because something in her told her to move. 1 year later, the city organized a grand festival to celebrate innovations. Everyone displayed science projects, business ideas, inventions, and all other things. The stage was packed with people presenting apps, machines, and complicated charts, and different other things. Amina showed up with nothing but music and just a pair of shoes. Wow. When her turn came, people rolled their eyes and some even laughed at her. But then she just danced. She moved like she was telling a story without words. Raw, honest, and fearless. The crowd fell silent. For the first time, they truly watched her. When she finished, the applaud was thunderous. One of the judges, an old woman with a sharp gaze, stood up and said, "We asked for innovation," she said. And Amina reminded us that it doesn't always come with numbers or titles. Sometimes it arrives through movement and through the soul. From that moment on, people looked at Amina differently. She hadn't changed, but the way they saw her changed. Now to the moral of the story. Staying true to your path, even when others don't understand, is sometimes what makes the impossible possible. I'll take the moral lesson again. Staying true to your path, even when others don't understand, is something that makes the impossible possible. And that is the end of my story. Remember, the title was Amina and the Empty stage. What's your moral lesson? What did you learn from the story?
That was a beautiful story.
Of course it was.
So I personally learned that as young kids who are growing up, you have friends, I want to become a doctor, lawyer, this and that. And some of us as kids, we're so lost, we don't know what we want to become in life.
True.
I was a victim of that. But I think it's a matter of you knowing your potentials. What can you do? You might have people that might berate you and feel like, oh, why will you do this? No, people are not doing this. They are not common here. Even in the higher institution of today, you listen to some people studying some courses and some people like, oh, don't do that. People, so you do not really have you do not want people's negative opinions to get to you. You have to look into inwards and feel like, okay, yes, I can do this. There are not many people doing it, then I can be unique in whatever I hold to become whatever I want. That's a beautiful story and lesson.
And one thing again, you know that everyone wants to do something that is trending. Everyone wants to do something that everything is in vogue and all of that. But the fact that you're doing something different, that is what makes you dynamic. That is what makes you unique. That is what makes you stand out. Just imagine if everyone is wearing color blue, and you want to even look for yourself in the midst of a crowd, how will you be able to identify yourself? But the fact that you're wearing something different, maybe you're wearing a red or you're wearing black and everyone is wearing blue, or you're wearing yellow, those things will stand out and will make you different, though, even without people knowing your name. They'll say, that lady putting on yellow dress in the midst of black people. Please call her name, call her for me, call her or point her out. So that's your difference, and what you have, your uniqueness is what makes you dynamic and what makes you special and stand out. So stay true to yourself and stay true to whatever you are doing. That is what makes you stand out. Don't feel left out, maybe because people are not really appreciating what you're doing. People don't really count you worthy. People don't really applaud you. They don't give you your flowers. They don't give you the accolade you deserve. But one day, it's gonna pay out, and it will make the impossible possible. Yeah. So now we're going into the next segment, which is the grammar segment. And I told you that we're going to learn about our English language and our tenses and grammar structure. So now over to Sophie here. She'll be taking us through the second segment.
Yes, you're welcome to the grammar segment. My name is Sophia Abidemi. Today we are still looking at we're going under order of speech. We are looking at that aspect, but we're looking at the verb, but not verb per se. We are just looking at modal verbs. What are modal verbs? What can we use modal verbs for? What situations are we to use it? How to place our modal verbs? Most of us don't even know what modal verbs are, but we know whenever we hear them, we know they are verbs, but we don't know what category of verb they are. So today we are looking at modality and modal verbs. Modality and modal verbs. Modality is a feature of language that allows speakers and writers to express their opinion, their possibilities, necessities, attitudes, permissions, abilities, and obligations. In English, modality is most often conveyed through modal verbs. So whenever you want to express your opinion, attitudes, necessities, you use in English while you're speaking and writing, you are using modal verbs to convey that opinion. For example, she can speak French. She can speak French. Our modal verb here is can, and that is showing the ability. She can speak French. That is showing the ability. And we have another one. It might rain tomorrow. It might rain tomorrow. The might there is not saying, okay, it will rain. Might is showing possibility. It can happen and it cannot happen. That is what the modal verb is showing as well. We have another one. You must finish your work. You must finish your work. You have no other choice. You must do it by fire by force. If you like it or not, you must finish your work. So this is what we're talking about. Modal verb will show you the kind of attitude. Is it possibility? Is it necessity? Is it going to happen? So that is what we are talking about here, modality and modal verbs. And we have common modal verbs. So let's look at the common ones we have. Might, should, can, could, will, must. These are examples of modal verbs. These are the tenses we see in our sentence that will make us feel like, okay, is this a necessity? Is it a permission? Am I taking a permission? Is this an obligation? Is it a must do? Is it something I can avoid? Is it might that can happen or not? So these are types of modal verbs. It will not take letter S. You cannot change the tense. While we're talking about other verbs, we have the present tense, the present continuous tense, the past tense. But for modal verbs, they will remain the same. Must will be must. You now have something like musted. Should will be should. You now have something like shoots. It will always remain the same. How do we use modal verbs? When you see these modal verbs, what do they mean? How can you use modal verbs? The first one I have here is can. C-A-N, can. When should you use can? When you see can in a sentence, what is it insinuating? Is it permission? Is it necessity? Is it what you should do or not? Can expresses present ability. It is telling what you can do right now, what you are able to perform at that moment. That is can. That is where you use can. And we have she can swim very well. She can swim very well. She can write poems. She can write poems. You're showing your ability. You are telling us what you can do. That is can. And we have another use of can. When you see can in another situation, in another writing, what can you use it for? This is indicates informal permission. Informal permission. For example, you can leave now. You can leave now. It's not formal. It's like an insult. You can leave now. And sometimes it cannot be an insult, but for most times, it's an informal permission. You can leave now. Another example, another usage of can. When you see can in the situation, in the sentence, another way you can use can is describes possibility. That's the general truth. What will happen? General truth, possibility. We have too much sun can damage your skin. Too much sun can damage your skin. That is possibility. It is science. It is science-based. It is a fact. When you have ultraviolet rays, it's coming down your skin, then it can damage your skin. So use can to express that possibility, general facts, general truths. Too much sun can damage your skin. And we have another one, could. Can could. This is where we used to misplace it while we are trying to speak. Can could. They almost perform the same function, but one is present, the other is past. So could refers to past ability. It has happened in the past. You used to do it in the past, but presently it's not really happening like that. While can is used for present, could is used for past. When he was younger, like an example here, when he was younger, he could run faster. While he was 3 years old, 4 years old, he could run faster. He could cover many miles without any stress. But presently, he's older. He cannot do those stuffs again. So could is used for past ability. We are referring to what has happened in the past. That is could. And we have could. This is used to make polite request. Polite request. Can, we said it is used for informal permissions. But could, when you see could in a sentence and it is used in a request form, it is used to make polite request. And we have, could you please help me? Could you help me please? Could you help me please? You're making a polite request. You're making a polite permission. Okay, would you mind doing this for me as well? So we have another one. Expresses less certain or theoretical possibility. Expresses less certain. When something is it is uncertain, you are not sure, but it's giving you something like a vibe that it can happen rather, but you are not sure. Like an example, it could rain later. It could rain later. You are not sure, but the weather is not looking very clear, but there's a possibility that it could rain. So could is used to show uncertain stuffs, less certain. And we have our third one here is may. Because of our time, might have to rush through these things. We have may. That is our next modal verb. May gives or asks for formal permission. May, it gives or makes you ask for formal permission. Example is, may I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? That is a formal permission. You are asking for the other, the authority, to continue, to proceed. May I ask you a question? And we have another one. It also indicates possibility. What might happen? What can happen? That indicates possibility. We may go to the museum this weekend. You are not sure, you just finished the exam and you just want to tell your friend, okay, this holiday season, we may visit the museum. You are not sure. So that is indicates possibility. You can also use may for that. And the fourth one here we have is might. Might, may and might, they go hand in hand, but in our sentences while we are trying to write, we should know when to use may and when to use might. So for might, this suggests a smaller or more uncertain possibility. This suggests a smaller or more uncertain possibility. It's also what might also do in our sentence. And we have, she might come to the party. You are not sure, but there's a possibility that she might set us show up and she might not. So might also shows uncertain possibilities. And we also have must. Must is also a modal verb. Must is also a modal verb. This expresses necessity, obligation. Necessity, obligation. Something you must do. Something you should attend to. Something you should tend to. So that is must. And we have, you must wear your seatbelt while driving in your mommy or daddy's car. You're the passenger, so you must wear your seatbelt just in case there's a road bump or something. So you must wear your seatbelt. It is your duty and an obligation to always wear your seatbelt while in the car. And we have another one. Indicates strong logical certainty. Indicates strong logical certainty. It is very certain that it is going to happen. Nothing can change that. So he left an hour ago. He must be home by now. If he did not actually branch anywhere, if he did not go to a friend's house, then he must be in his house. So he left an hour ago, he must be home by now. And the sixth modal verb we're going to be talking about this morning is should. Should. Should is used to offer advice or recommendation. Should is used to offer advice or recommendation. So while you're writing, you want to offer an advice, you want to give a recommendation. So you can use should as well. And we have, you should drink more water. That's an advice for you to be more healthy, for you to have easy digestion, then take more water. So you should drink more water. You should take fruits always. You should take fruits always. That's a suggestion. That's a recommendation. That's an advice. So should be implemented in cases like this. And we have another example, another usage of should. Expresses mild obligation. Expresses mild obligation. We have students should submit their assignments on time. Students should submit their assignments on time. Mild obligation. Well, they can choose to, but they should. But you're telling them, you're giving them the obligation that students should submit their assignments on time. And we still have will and would. Will and would. That's another type of modal verb you should try and look into to know their functions. So let's look at modal verbs and tenses. The modal verbs, the tenses guiding modal verbs. Modal verbs themselves do not change to show tense. Like I said already, you do not add s to say, okay, this one is singular modal verb. No, modal verb will be modal verb. Would will be would will be would, shall will be shall, should will be should. It's like you're having shout, should, shout. It's not even sounding right. So it's remain the same. So, and we have to refer to the past. You want to use modal verbs, but you're referring to something that's happened in the past. We often use perfect forms like might have, could have, or should have. So to use to indicate something that has happened in the past, you use verb tenses in perfect forms. Should have, could have, might have, may have. You understand? You are using that. And we have to talk about future possibility or obligation, to talk about what can happen in the future or obligation. We keep the modal verb and add context. It might rain tomorrow. You keep the modal verb, then you add the context. What are you talking about? That is guaranteeing and that is warranting the modal verb. So you keep the modal verb intact. You're not changing the verb. You're not using must. You're not using must. Modal verb with modal verb. No ed, no s, no ing. It remains the same. And like, let's summarize it. Modal verb will be the same. You're not adding s, you're not adding ed. And this is where we're going to be stopping on the grammar segment on Kiddies Arena this morning. Modality and modal verbs.
Yeah, I hope you've learned not even one, 3 or 1,000 things from modal verbs today. And that is all for the grammar segment. Now we'll go on a short break, and then when we come back, we'll dive into the current affairs segment. Don't go anywhere, stay with us.
Hey there, Super Kids! Are you ready for a ride of fun and learning? Get ready to blast up on Kids Arena with Auntie Pearl and crew on Radio Afinju every Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. Listen to stories that will tickle your bones, games that will blow your mind, and music that will make you dance like no one's watching. There's also lots of surprises and gifts to be won. So gather your friends, turn up the volume, let's have fun and make awesome memories together with Auntie Pearl and crew on Radio Afinju.
Alright, you're welcome back Kids Arena on Radio Afinju. If you're here to follow us on our social media platform, I don't know what you're doing because this show is actually a fun one today because we brought it outside. So follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, all at Radio Afinju. So now we've done the storytelling segment and also the grammar segment. Storytelling, where we talked about Amina on the empty stage, and also modal verbs for the grammar segment. Now we are going into the current affairs, and I don't know, maybe we're going back in time, or we're bringing an history. We are talking about something, I don't know yet, but trust Sophie to take us through that.
This morning, you're welcome back to the current affairs segment.
Yeah.
Right now, we're talking about what just happened recently. Recently.
Okay.
It's about the women, the Super Falcon winning the WAFCON. You understand?
Okay.
So we're looking at the history. What's WAFCON? When did WAFCON start to the present day? So I'm a true Nigerian. That's why I'm bringing you this.
True Nigerian.
That's why I'm bringing you this on the current affairs segment today. Some of us just celebrated with them. We don't even know what WAFCON means. We don't know the full meaning of WAFCON. Yeah. But this morning, I'm going to be telling you the full meaning of WAFCON, the history, and why we have WAFCON. WAFCON means Women's African Cup of Nations. Women's African Cup of Nations. That is WAFCON. And this morning, we are looking at the Women's African Cup of Nations. The Women's African Cup of Nations, WAFCON, launched in 1991. 1991, that is where we launched WAFCON. Originally as, it was originally known as the African Women's Championship. The African Women's Championship, while it was launched in 1991, it was known as the African Women's Championship. It is the highest women's football competition in Africa. It is the highest women's football competition in Africa, organized by the Confederation of African Football, CAF. From its earliest editions, WAFCON was largely dominated by Nigeria's Super Falcons, who won the first 7 tournaments consecutively and have now secured a record 10 titles. Their consistent victories helped establish women's football on the continent, but also highlighted the gap between Nigeria and other nations during those early years. Over time, the landscape began to change. Countries like South Africa, Ghana, and Cameroon emerged as serious contenders. And most recently, Morocco's Atlas Lioness have signaled a shift in power by reaching back-to-back finals as hosts in 2022 and again in 2025. Their transformation has been supported by improved training infrastructure, more professional coaching, and the growing presence of African players in European clubs, which has raised the standards of competition across the continent. Despite this progress, WAFCON still faces significant challenges. Funding and sponsorship for women's team remain limited compared to their male counterparts, while structural issues like weak youth development systems and cultural assistance in some countries continue to slow growth. Venue conditions and organizational support have also drawn criticism in recent tournaments, reminding fans and administrators alike that success on the field must be matched by investment of it. Yet, beyond trophies and statistics, WAFCON tells a richer story. Each edition reflects the resilience, talent, and determination of African women who continue to break barriers and challenges stereotypes in sport. From Nigeria's era of dominance to today's competitive finals and rising stars, the tournament has evolved into both a celebration of sporting excellence and a symbol of how far women's football in Africa has come and how much further it can still go. And that is WAFCON, the history, how it started, and the challenges being faced in WAFCON.
Yeah. And also, once again, congratulations to our female footballers. Congratulations to them on their comeback again, because it was really a mighty victory for them.
Yes, it was a tough one actually.
Also, so now we are going into the last segment of the show, which is the word of the day. And then the word of the day today is spelled A-U-T-H-E-N-T-I-C. I'll take that again. A-U-T-H-E-N-T-I-C. That is spelled authentic. Authentic. It's an adjective, and the meaning of authentic is true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, genuine and not imitation. Did this ring a bell at all?
Yes, like Amina, she was true to her dreams and her story.
Of course. Despite the fact that people were saying that, why is she dancing when people were bringing out their craft, their innovations, sciences, and all of that? But she stood to her dancing. She stuck with dancing, and it made her stand out. So, authentic means true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, genuine and not imitation. So the synonyms which are similar in meaning is genuine, real, sincere, and honest. I'll take that again. The synonyms are genuine, real, sincere, and honest. Now the antonyms of authentic is imitation, pretentious, insincere, and phony. Imitation, pretentious, insincere, and phony. So example how you can use authentic in your sentences are, for example, Amina's performance was so authentic that it moved even the most skeptical judge. Amina's performance was so authentic that it moved even the most skeptical judge. In a world full of copy trends, staying authentic takes courage. You know, I said it the other time that where everyone is following trends, when everyone is doing the same thing and everyone is wearing the same clothes, everything is just going. But what you're doing differently would make you stand out. So in a world full of copy trends, staying authentic takes courage. Then the last example here that I have here is authenticity, made him stand out in an industry full of showmanship. His authenticity made him stand out in an industry full of showmanship. So once again, be true to yourself, stay authentic, because it takes courage, right? It takes boldness, it takes audacity, it takes everything in you. So make sure you stay authentic, make sure you stay true, make sure you stay stuck with whatever you're doing, and that will make you stand out. That will make you special and dynamic. Yeah. So guys, we've come to the end of Kiddies Arena today. I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned one or two things from our story, from the grammar, from the current affairs, and also from the word of the day. Make sure you use this authentic as your mantra, or you can add it to one of your word of affirmations that will keep you going, because it will make you be a greater and a better person in life. So now we have to wrap up the show because our time is fast spent. We have to go back and enjoy ourselves at Shirley Party, because this place is a place to be, to enjoy yourself. Yeah, and it's not just for kids alone, it's for the whole family to have fun. You know, on weekends you can be here to have fun. So don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms on Radio Afinju, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, all at Radio Afinju. My name remains Tolulope Awoyale. You can also call me Tiana.
Oh, Auntie T, she got that. I'll help her.
That's my newfound name, actually.
It's been a beautiful one on Kiddies Arena on Radio Afinju. If you missed, I don't know why you missed, but you can just move a few minutes back and start from the beginning. Yeah. My name is Sophia Abidemi Azad, and on behalf of Ewolu Afaladara Mustafa and myself, I say have a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah, and I love you, so stay blessed. And
we love you. Bye bye.